Xiao Yan said shyly, her face flushed. You think you know it all. Lin Ke looked at Xiao Yan and replied, this style is quite new, isn't it? I've never seen it before. Hearing Lin Ke's words, Xiao Yan smiled proudly. Did you say that already? Meeting before the gathering tonight, I made a special trip to the mall. Lin Ke quickly lowered the car seat as if he had done it countless times before. He pushed the little sprite down beneath him and praised, you're quite understanding. Then the two shared a sweet kiss. Xiao Yan's body felt like electricity was flowing through it. She gasped and moaned like a kitten. Outside, night had enveloped the city. Only the place where the car was parked emitted a strange light along with damp, wet sounds. The next day, Ji Qingren cheerfully left the house. She smiled at Lin Ke. Let's go. Take me to the company. As the car drove on the highway, Ji Qingren noticed that the road they were taking today felt a bit unfamiliar. She asked curiously, aren't you taking me to the company? Lin Ke just smiled and replied, first we go to the airport. When they arrived at the airport, Ji Qingren asked again, so who are we picking up next? Lin Ke turned his back and replied, I'm not here to pick someone up. This answer only made Ji Qingren more curious. Then what are you doing at the airport? Lin Ke opened the trunk and said, just look at the luggage in the trunk and you'll understand. In the trunk, there were neatly stacked suitcases. Realizing they all belonged to her, Ji Qingren exclaimed, huh? Why did you bring all my stuff here? Lin Ke pulled her waist closer to him, creating a sweet scene. He calmly replied, you've been too busy with work, so I'm taking you out for a little fun. Qingren was surprised, putting her hand over her mouth in excitement. Are you serious? She jumped on Lin Ke, excitedly asking, why didn't you tell me earlier? Where are we going? This action startled Lin Ke, and he leaned back a bit. But after a moment to regain his balance, he raised a finger to his lips, looking mysterious, and replied, it's a secret. I can't tell you for now. In the northeastern region, the ancient yet magnificent architecture seemed to be all gathered there. Qingren was not very interested and told her boyfriend, I thought you were taking me to see the Aurora Zone. Turns out we came here instead. Lin Ke looked back and said, the Aurora Zone is too ordinary. What could be more interesting than this place? She suddenly grabbed his elbow, leaned in closer, and happily said, as long as I'm with you, I like going anywhere. Lin Ke felt really cheerful as well. The two walked side by side, with Lin Ke gallantly pushing the luggage cart for both of them. Qingren wondered, Mr. Lin, where are we going first? He quickly responded to his girlfriend, to the hotel first, let's arrange our accommodation. Upon hearing that, she winked and playfully said, hey, I'll listen to you. Although at home I often tease you. Outside you are the boss, I'll listen to you. Lin Ke, taking the opportunity to joke, asked, will you listen to me tonight as well? She shyly walked ahead and softly replied, no, I knew you would say that. Let's go, let's arrange our accommodation. Her expression made Lin Ke burst into laughter. The two arrived at the world's only 7-star hotel, a towering building entirely made of glass. The glass surface made it even more dazzling under the sunlight. Qingren stared wide-eyed, appearing very overwhelmed. Noticing this, Lin Ke, slightly annoyed, asked, what are you looking at? She expressed her feelings. I think this hotel is quite nice. Then she turned to him, her eyes shining. To be honest, commercial real estate and hotels can also be combined. But contrary to her mood, Lin Ke coldly grabbed her hand and said, let's go. It's not easy to get out, so let's not talk about work anymore. Qingren, feeling awkward, said, don't rush. Let me take a look a little longer. Lin Ke pouted and teased her. What's so worth looking at? If you really have an idea, then whenever we go back, I can build you a place. Qingren frowned and complained, be gentle. You're going to wipe off my makeup. The two entered through the main entrance. The automatic door swung open, welcoming the customers. Qingren groaned, it hurts, let go. But unexpectedly, at that moment, a man dressed completely in black with a mysterious demeanor walked in. The door had been left open. Lin Ke was startled and cautiously glanced at him, but perhaps the other man sensed his gaze and glared back. Eyes locked, 1,000 scents of hostility radiated. Qingren, still unaware of the situation, innocently said, this person is so strange. It's so hot, and yet he's dressed like that. Doesn't he feel hot? Lin Ke continued to follow the man with his thoughts racing, but he didn't let his girlfriend know. He held her hand and led her into the hotel sweetly, saying, stop worrying about unnecessary things. Let's go. After entering the room, the two placed the luggage bag on the bed. Qingren took some clothes and said, I'm going to take a shower. I'm sweating too much. Let's go out together later. Lin Ke agreed. Okay. She stepped into the bathroom. The fragrant smell of shower gel filled the whole room, making the beautiful woman feel extremely comfortable. In contrast, Lin Ke outside felt quite tense. He tapped on his phone, suspicious. Could it really be someone from the Huaxia headquarters organization? Elsewhere, a middle-aged man was standing by the window, admiring the view while holding a cup of hot water. Suddenly, a phone rang out of nowhere, catching his attention. He answered the phone with a knowing smile. "So you actually took the initiative to call me? The sun really did rise in the west." At this moment, Lin Ke was standing on the balcony to ensure the privacy of the conversation. He immediately got to the point. "Is there any news from the organization about the bass or a organization recently?" The man replied in surprise. "How did you know about this? Did someone tell you?" Liu Hong, with a serious expression, recounted, "Some information has circulated from the black market. There is a bass ore from the organization that has been leaked, but the quantity is quite small. It could be used for jewelry or auctioned off. I've sent Ning She to gather information, but for now, there is no way to determine if this information is true or false." Lin Ke inquired, "This can be made into jewelry, right?" Liu Hong replied, "Making it into jewelry has the effect of prolonging life. These items are always not enough for the wealthy. The auction will take place at 8 p.m. the day after tomorrow. If you need me to go, I will let you know later." Lin Ke politely responded, "Yes, I will wait for the notification." As the call ended, the image of the suspicious man from earlier flashed in his mind. Lin Ke suspected it was him. He quickly dialed Shen Tianzhuo. As soon as the line connected, Lin Ke spoke. "Shen Tianzhuo, can you hack into the information of the hotel I'm staying at? I need their surveillance camera footage. Tell the people down below to hurry up. This is very important. The faster, the better." After finishing, he stepped into the bathroom. At that moment, King Ren had just finished showering, wrapped in a towel, with one hand drying her hair. Seeing him, she smiled and greeted, "I'm done showering. You should go take a shower too." Lin Ke looked his girlfriend up and down, grinning mischievously. He rushed over, pushed her onto the bed, and said, "It's not that urgent." King Ren, caught off guard, blushed and exclaimed, "You?" Before she could react, the towel around her was stripped away by him. Lin Ke leaned in, kissing her neck, making her giggle and exclaim, "Stop joking around." At the Nani shopping mall, King Ren grabbed her boyfriend's hand, pulled him along, and urged, "Come on, I can't wait any longer." Lin Ke, feeling confused, complained, "Is there really a shopping center that's that exciting?" She tightly wrapped her arms around his, teasingly saying, "I know you don't like shopping the most, so you can find a place to sit and wait for me. Once I'm done shopping, I'll call you and you can come pick up my things." Lin Ke seemed to have softened and agreed, handing his girlfriend his bank card. "All right, then I'll find a cafe to sit in. Take the card, just swipe it for whatever you want. I'll cover it." King Ren happily accepted the card, smiling as she joked that "I will be polite with Mr. Lin." After bidding farewell to King Ren, Lin Ke headed to a cafe. He chose to sit in a corner, crossed his legs, and made a call to someone. During the call, he spoke in a low voice to his subordinate. "Boss Shen, make an effort. Mainly, help me find a man in black clothes wearing a black hat. He is the target I've been trying to locate." Lin Ke sipped his cup of coffee, silently thinking and hoping. "That person? I hope it's you. I've been looking for you all this time." In the fashion store at the shopping mall, King Ren was trying on a brown dress. Just then, a customer suddenly walked in and upon seeing her, was startled, ignoring the staff's greeting. It was Qin Yingyu. Seeing King Ren, she panicked, constantly thinking, "It's her." Lei Jixu, the friend accompanying her, noticed Yingyu wasn't moving and asked, "What are you doing?" "Let's go. I heard there are many limited editions today. Hurry up and check them out." Yingyu gasped for breath and tiredly replied, "Wait a minute. Let me rest a bit." In the meantime, Jixu had noticed King Ren. She pointed at her and asked, "I think you know her, right?" Yingyu nervously introduced her. "That girl's name is Jai King Ren, my daughter-in-law." Hearing this, her friend was surprised. "Oh, your daughter-in-law?" The two began to discuss King Ren while she was still busy trying on clothes. Jixu then asked, "So why is the girl here by herself? Where is your son?" Yingyu sighed and had to admit, "You know the relationship between me and the kiddo. How would I know their business?" Before Yingyu could say anything more, Jixu had already pulled her hand and said, "What are you waiting for? Let's go over and say a few words." Forced to go to King Ren, Yingyu was initially a bit awkward, pretending to cough several times. She finally spoke up, complimenting naturally, "Daughter, Aunt thinks the outfit you put together is very beautiful. You must know a lot about this, right?" Even though the question caught her off guard, King Ren had a thought flash through her mind. She felt that the aunt's nose and eyes looked very familiar. She replied to her previous comment, "I just picked randomly. I don't really understand fashion. Your outfit is also very beautiful." Yingyu added friendly, "Daughter, we are both from Boxia. Meeting here can be considered fate, right?" The aunt continued the conversation. "Earlier, I also picked out 2 pieces, but I don't know how to style them. Can you help me choose? If you like something, just tell me and I'll give it to you." Then she pointed at the dress King Ren was holding and asked, That dress you have has been around for a long time. Do you really like it a lot? King Ren raised her hand in a gesture of denial. No, I have bought quite a few already. King Ren assessed the quality. I do really like this dress, but it's a bit short. My boyfriend won't let me wear it. Yin Yu heard this and asked curiously, Short? It's almost knee length. Where is it short? Your boyfriend is really old-fashioned. King Ren smiled and said, I think so too, but he won't let me wear it, so I feel very awkward. Yin Yu was unwilling and firmly suggested, It's okay, let him buy it for you. As long as you're happy, that's enough. Forget about your boyfriend. She then asked the staff, Could you please wrap this up for me? The verbal politely bowed and replied, Yes, ma'am. Meanwhile, King Ren expressed her gratitude. Thank you very much, Aunt. After the two finished their shopping, they stepped out of the store. King Ren cheerfully linked arms with Yin Yu and said, Aunt, let me go for a stroll with you. But I can buy the dress myself. I can't use your money. She happily agreed. All right, let's go look at some items first. When they reached the jewelry store, Yin Yu pointed at a sparkling pink diamond necklace and asked King Ren, Honey, what do you think of this pink diamond necklace? I think it would look nice with the dress you're wearing. King Ren remarked, It's a bit off. The color is a little pale. There's nothing special about it. Then she pointed at another necklace nearby and suggested, I think that blue diamond over there is prettier. It's very eye-catching and gives a bright feeling. Yin Yu admired the items while praising. You're absolutely right. Now An is going to pay. After finishing her purchase, she conveniently invited her daughter-in-law for a meal. It's just the right time for dinner. Auntie invites you to eat, she said. King Ren politely declined. Eating is not a problem, but I'm afraid I can't today. I bought quite a lot of things, so my boyfriend will come to pick me up shortly. Hearing her say that, the woman exclaimed in panic, Are you coming here with your boyfriend? She cheerfully replied, Yes, we're coming to celebrate Christmas. King Ren's words reassured her. Yin Yu sighed and said, If you're coming with your boyfriend, then I won't waste your time any longer. Saying this, she handed her business card to the young girl. This is my business card. Please add me later. We can go shopping again if we have the chance. You go ahead, she said, and turned back to Jixu. Seeing her friend hurry off, she asked quietly, What's wrong? Yin Yu replied, My son is coming over later. It wouldn't be good to run into him. Suddenly, a voice came from behind. He's already here, don't leave, which startled her. It turned out Lin Ke had returned. Seeing her boyfriend's attitude, King Ren scolded. What are you talking about? He softly reassured her. When did I ever say she was a bad person? Hearing this, she wondered. Then why didn't you let her leave? Lin Ke then ambiguously asked, Do you know who she is? She innocently replied, Who is that? It's an unfamiliar aunt that I just met for the first time. He chuckled. Unfamiliar aunt? Then he revealed, She is my mother. This left her stunned, stammering, Is she really your mother? Yin Yu had nothing left to hide, turned around, and admitted, The aunt is Lin Ke's mother. I'm very sorry to meet you this way, she expressed her regret. It's all because I was too excited and didn't expect to see you here. King Ren awkwardly interrupted. It's no problem at all. I apologize. Lin Ke then teased. You should quickly change how you address her. Calling her out once, twice, clearly reminds me. This made her blush as she smacked him. Do you want to die? I didn't mean it like that. Yin Yu began. Today is our first meeting, and I didn't prepare anything. Suddenly, she took out a box containing a stunning pair of blue diamond earrings and said, Don't reject it. Consider it a meeting gift. Next time we meet, I will give you a big red envelope. She politely declined. There's no need. Logically, I should be the one preparing a gift. Lin Ke encouraged his girlfriend. You should just accept it. Then he turned to his mother. Since we just met, let's go have a meal together. But she responded, Never mind, I won't bother you anymore. I have to go with my friend, you two go eat. When she left, King Ren immediately asked, What's going on? When did you meet that aunt? Why did you tell me? Lin Ke explained, We met Yanjing at the end of last year. She worriedly inquired, But you guys didn't have any contact information. How did you meet at Yanjing? He recounted the story. Back then, I wasn't in good health and couldn't take care of myself, so I was brought to the orphanage. As scheduled, she came to the orphanage to find me and saw that I was doing well here. Feeling ashamed, she decided to act on it. King Ren added, So although she has missed you very much over the years, she never came to find you. Lin Ke supplemented, She often visited me, just without showing her face. I remember that after I left Shanghai University, she followed me to Shanghai. My life was always under her watch. Otherwise, she wouldn't have recognized me at first sight. Lin Ke affirmed, A mother's love is purer and greater than any other kind of affection. King Ren agreed. That's right. Then she said, You wait at the door for me. I'll go buy some more things. He waved his hand, blushing and teasing his girlfriend. Go ahead, I won't choose. King Ren shyly protested. Who said I was buying for you? Waiting for her to come in, he dialed Shen Tianzuo's number. Lin Ke asked, how is the situation? The voice on the other end replied, we have found the person you mentioned. It's likely the same person who was at the sailing base the other day. Then the other side continued, but he spends most of his time in room 2909 and goes out only a few times. Hearing the information he wanted, he quickly thanked, thank you, Boss Shen. After hanging up, he thought, although it's not confirmed yet, for safety's sake, I can only regard him as the one in black. I need to be more careful in observing. At that moment, King Ran stepped out, holding the shopping bag and said, Lin Ke, I'm done shopping. Let's go. When I came here, I saw a beach over there. Let's take a stroll. He agreed. Okay. Then he teased, you want to go over because you just bought a new dress, right? She shyly turned her face away and denied, no way. The two of them went to the beach, where the water was crystal clear and many people were enjoying themselves on the sandy shore. King Ren had changed into her swimwear, playfully splashing around with Lin Ke. She laughed joyfully. Ha ha ha. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a ball came flying and hit King Ren squarely on the back, causing her to cry out, ah! It turned out that it was kicked by two men. They were laughing mischievously. The blonde guy boasted, I'm still better at kicking. I hit her right on the butt. The guy with long hair chimed in, you're still amazing. Ronan teased, that girl looks really beautiful and her figure is great too. Indeed, he wasn't wrong. The person beside him, Aziz, was completely captivated. Lin Ke walked over to them and asked, did you guys kick it over here? Ronan retorted, your girlfriend is really pretty. I think she looks amazing. You must be very happy. Saying this, he handed a stack of money to Lin Ke, proudly stating, take this money as payment. If you agree, let us kick it a bit more. I can give you more money. However, he didn't expect Lin Ke to deliver a blow right under his chin. His head jerked back and saliva sprayed out of his mouth. Here's your money. Ronan crashed onto the sand, along with his money scattering everywhere due to the force of the hit. Aziz saw the boss injured and approached to ask, are you okay? Ronan rubbed his bruised spot and ordered, quickly call my bodyguards over here. Don't let them go. Immediately, a group of people stormed in, all of whom were his bodyguards. The leader crossed his arms, arrogantly speaking to Lin Ke. Sir, you dare to lay a hand on a member of the royal family, we will deal with this severely. Lin Ke, surprisingly, showed no fear. Ronan was beginning to get angry and commanded, what are you wasting words for? Can't you see I've been hit? Move quickly. As soon as he finished speaking, he took a powerful punch from Lin Ke, causing his teeth to fly out, and he exclaimed. Then he fell down, leaving everyone in shock. The leader, frustrated, rushed to challenge Lin Ke. He growled, fool, you're dead for sure. But before he could get close to Lin Ke, he received a direct hit and fell straight to the ground. Lin Ke waved his hand and said, you best stay right there. Anyone who dares to step forward, I will beat them to death. Witnessing this made everyone tremble with fear, and no one dared to approach. Ronan shouted angrily, you took money from my dad and did business like this. I will fire you. Seeing Lin Ke there, the group couldn't do anything and stammered, this. They ran away in panic, yelling, we won't do it anymore. Ramen was stunned by this scene, stammering, you. King Ren had reached the shore and seeing the situation escalate, stepped in. Lin Ke, you're fine. Just let this go. He smiled and said, I know my limits. Then he turned to the man, threatening. Either way, he needs to be taught a lesson. His face became frightening as he clenched his fists, preparing to strike. You think you're so clever. Nobody can handle you. This terrified Ramen, yet he still boasted. Do you dare hit me? My dad is very close. He'll be here soon. Then he suggested, about what happened earlier, I apologize. If you need money, just name a number. It's $10,000 enough? Lin Ke decisively pinned Ramen down, admonishing, how much is your life worth? I'll buy it for $10 million. Is that enough? It seemed he had reached the peak of fear. Though his whole body was shaking, he still bragged, I am a member of the royal family. You can't do this to me. But it was like fuel to Lin Ke's anger. He grabbed Ramen's collar and lifted him up quickly. At that moment, he was like a small beast caught. Ramen struggled to speak. You? Suddenly, a voice from behind interrupted, stop. Otherwise, we will open fire. Behind them were a group of men in suits aiming guns at them. In the middle was a stylishly dressed man, accompanied by an assistant. It was Ramen's father, Maktom. Ramen exclaimed with joy, Dad, finally you are here. His father glared threateningly. Let him go. Otherwise, I will order them to shoot. Everything fell silent. Both Lin Ke and King Ren were quiet, observing the situation. He glanced at his girlfriend, seeing her anxious, her heart burning. Assessing the situation, he dropped him roughly onto the ground. He was gasping for breath, his head spinning. Maktom said sternly, I will not let these Hoaxia people go. You must make him go to jail. And that girl, she will be taken away. The father quickly supported his son, assuring, I will handle this. I will not spare them. Then he ordered his subordinates to take the two people away. I will make them pay a worthy price, he said. Meanwhile, Lin Ke stood behind, holding King Ren tightly to protect his girlfriend. He was visibly angry, with frustrations he could not express. Then he secretly tapped something on his phone, not allowing anyone to see. Lin Ke gently helped his beloved into the car. The car looked very luxurious and expensive. After settling down, they finally set off. Lin Ke turned to ask, King Ren, are you scared? But she was quite strong, affirming to him, although this is my first time, as long as you are here, I won't be scared anymore. The car suddenly braked hard. The two people inside were also affected and lost their balance. King Ren, shaken unexpectedly, cried out, Ah! Lin Ke immediately rushed out to catch her. In the meantime, he turned to look behind. The rear of the car was blocked by two gray cars that appeared out of nowhere. He silently thought, the back has been blocked. The people in the car carrying the two got out to assess the situation. One person urged, quick, get out of the car to see what happened. The other cursed, damn it, almost made me tip over. As soon as he finished his sentence, a gun was pointed at his head, causing him to gasp in fear. Even before he could comprehend what was happening, a rather intimidating man with long hair down to his waist appeared. He held the gun with a half-joking, half-threatening demeanor fitting his mafia-like persona. Hey bro, he said, you guys better not cause a ruckus. If you do, one bullet will take you out for good. Maktoum got out of the car, his face twisted in anger. He asked, who are you? At that moment behind him, Raman's face was a mixture of surprise and fear. On the ground, a pair of leather shoes were slowly approaching. The owner of those feet stopped in front of Lin Ke and Jai King Ren. Song Jin Ren raised the gun with one hand while the other was in his pocket. He looked at Lin Ke and Jai King Ren and asked, hey bro, are you alright? At that moment, Lin Ke, standing next to Jai King Ren, responded, I'm fine. Hearing this, Song Jin Ren smiled, squinted his eyes, and said to them, this is the end of your business here. Go ahead, have fun. Jai King Ren put on a worried expression. She placed her hand on her chest and looked at Lin Ke, asking, what should we do now? Lin Ke looked at her to reassure her, saying, let's just get out of here first. As Lin Ke hugged Jai King Ren and walked away slowly, on this side, Song Jin Ren was facing Maktoum and Ramen. Maktoum looked a bit frightened, but still stubbornly pointed his finger at Song Jin Ren. Who the hell are you? This is a black market. Do you want to kidnap us? He said. Ramen was hiding behind, shivering and too scared to speak. After Maktoum finished speaking, Song Jin Ren aimed his gun at the two of them and said, do you really not know who you've messed with? It seems you truly have no idea you are facing deadly danger. At this moment, Maktoum and Ramen displayed expressions of surprise and fear. The barrel of Song Jin Ren's gun was aimed straight at Ramen's head. He trembled in fear, staring down the barrel, slowly backing away and saying, I didn't mean to. I didn't know they were your friends. Song Jin Ren put on a serious face, waiting for the right moment to pull the trigger. His gun was ready, and he directly shot at Ramen. His face turned pale, devoid of blood, and he could only let out a scream of ah. After being shot in the thigh, Ramen fell to the ground and cried out in pain, ah. Maktoum anxiously ran over to Ramen and exclaimed, son. At that moment, Song Jin Ren turned away. As he walked, he glanced back with an indifferent expression and said, remember, don't mess with the wrong people. On the side of Lin Ke and Jai King Ren, they were sitting in a yellow taxi. Inside the car, Jai King Ren looked worried. She clutched Lin Ke's arm and asked, do you know who that person is? Lin Ke looked at her and replied seriously, I don't know anyone here. We need to investigate first. Then Lin Ke's face became thoughtful. He considered the black market. The only person he knew was his mother, but she couldn't possibly be involved in something so violent. Could it be his father, who he had never met? Although he has arranged someone to protect me, I can't find out anything about this process. His power is really terrifying, he thought. Jai King Ren rested her chin on her hand, closed her eyes, exhaled, and complained. It's really disappointing to encounter something like this. Lin Ke placed his arm over her shoulder to comfort her. He pulled her close to him, then turned to look at her and said life can't be too perfect, just like our trip. Jai King Ren looked at him with a helpless expression. She said, I understand what you mean. Everyone has regrets, but interestingly, these regrets make us who we are today. The yellow taxi was still driving down the road. Lin Ke in the car was reassuring Jai King Ren. He said, it's okay. I have prepared other activities as well. Jai King Ren asked in surprise another activity. The private jet was flying in the sky, passing over a vast area of islands. Jag King Ren looked out the airplane window and anxiously asked, the activity you prepared for me isn't skydiving, is it? Lin Ke sat across from her, holding a glass of red wine, crossed his legs and smiled at her, saying, I can arrange for you to try it. Jag King Ren immediately waved her hand and exclaimed, don't. I think I would be scared to death. Half an hour later, the plane gradually descended towards the island. Her feet stepped down from the airplane ladder to the ground. Jag King Ren pointed to the villa in the distance, excitedly turning to ask, is that the hotel? Are we staying there tonight? The scenery is so beautiful here. Staying for a night must cost quite a bit, right? Lin Ke's expression was arrogant as he raised a finger and said, haha, it's not that much, just about $50 million. Jag King Ren frowned, glanced at Lin Ke, and said, more than $50 million for a single night. Are you kidding me? Do you think I would believe that? Lin Ke turned around, his hand gesturing as if giving directions. His face remained arrogant as he said, for one night, of course you don't need that much money, but I have paid for everything on this island, including the island itself, so it is a bit expensive. Jag King Ren's eyes widened in surprise. She raised her hand to cover her mouth, astonished as if she couldn't believe what she had just heard. She asked again, what did you say? You bought this island? Lin Ke handed a certificate to Jag King Ren, smiling and saying, from now on, this island is your private property, and the rules here will be decided by you. The notebook was opened, displaying the ownership certificate. Jag King Ren held the notebook in her hand, surprised as if she couldn't believe her eyes, exclaimed, this island is mine. Lin Ke cheerfully replied, yes, the name of this island is Jag King Ren. She remained silent for a moment, then King Ren blushed and with tears in her eyes said, you made me cry again. My makeup is about to run. After speaking, she ran to him and embraced him, continuing, you didn't even give me a heads up. If this happens again in the future, I'm going to be mad at you. Lin Ke replied, that's what makes it a surprise. If I told you beforehand, it wouldn't mean anything. King Ren looked at the notebook in her hand and said, the main thing is that if you had told me beforehand, I could have given it a better name. My name doesn't sound good for it. Hearing that, he felt a bit helpless. She leaned in and kissed Lin Ke on the lips, whispering, but really, thank you so much. In the garden outside the villa, Lin Ke was sitting on a chair. He held a piece of paper, drawing a portrait of the man from earlier. Then Lin Ke took out his camera and snapped a picture. He called Ning Shi and said, Ning Shi, help me investigate the person I just sketched. It would be great to find any information related to this person. Whether we can find him or not isn't that important. Just after he finished the call, Jag King Ren approached. He saw her and asked, have you checked inside? Lin Ke stood up, walked towards her, and as he did, she responded, the decor is much nicer than I imagined. King Ren hugged his neck and gave him a kiss on the cheek, continuing, and the bedding is really comfortable. I noted down the brand name. When we get back, we should get something like this. He wrapped his arms around her waist, and they walked into the villa together. I'll be here just going to make dinner for a bit, he said. Under the flickering candlelight, Jag King Ren held a glass of wine in one hand and placed the other hand over her chest, shyly saying, Mr. Lin, it's truly an honor to celebrate Christmas with you. Thank you for everything. I hope that in the future, I can celebrate Christmas with you, go through spring, summer, autumn, and winter together, and gradually grow old together. I love you. Lin Ke raised his glass and replied, I love you too. They clinked their glasses and said in unison, for our love. In Liang Ru Yu's office, stacks of documents were piled up. A fresh glass of water sat on the table while Ru Yu was focused on approving the documents. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door and she said, come in. A female staff member entered and seeing her still engrossed in her work said, Boss Lady Liang, it's past 9 o'clock already. Don't work too hard. Your body can't take it. Tomorrow is Christmas. Take a break to relax. Upon hearing this, Ru Yu closed the documents and replied, all right, I'll leave the work here for now and continue tomorrow. Outside on the street, a large Christmas tree was decorated in the center, surrounded by couples holding hands and strolling. Liang Ru Yu was walking while looking at her phone. She saw a message from Lin Ke, declare to the whole world, I love you. She muttered in confusion, declare to the whole world. At that moment, whispers around Liang Ru Yu started to arise. Someone is confessing love over there. Hearing that, she looked up in the direction everyone was pointing. She saw the building in front of her displaying the words, I love you. Someone exclaimed, so romantic. Her face gradually blushed, feeling a bit touched as she thought, so he has always remembered me in his heart. On Momi Island, up in the sky, a helicopter was approaching. Near the door of the helicopter that was opened, a group of people stepped down. Leading the group was a man with blonde hair slicked back. His name was Schubert, the vice president of the auction house. Schubert walked forward and shook hands with a man who had a green-haired head, a cigar in his mouth. He spoke, Mr. Schubert, I have waited a long time for this day. He was Scene, the commander of the Black Gold Company. Scene extended his hand in an inviting gesture and said, I have prepared some wine and cigars. Let's head inside quickly. Schubert replied, all right. At that moment, a bodyguard raised his hand, stopping Schubert from proceeding. Wait a moment. He turned back and asked, what does this mean? Scene replied, Mr. Schubert, I'm really sorry. This is a sensitive time, so I have to be a bit cautious. I cannot afford any mistakes. He responded, I understand your concerns. Then he raised his hand to help with the inspection. Suddenly, the detection machine beeped. Scene aimed his gun at Schubert and said, Mr. Schubert, I want to know what this is about. He replied, I really don't know anything. We are business partners. How could I do something that would be detrimental to myself? Hearing this, Scene put the gun back in his jacket, saying, if that's the case, then I apologize. He took Schubert to change into a new outfit, saying, I want to know the issue. The bodyguard responded, yes, sir. A few minutes later, the bodyguard brought out a tray. On it was a luxury watch. The person spoke up, sir, the issue lies with the watch. It has a tracking device inside, and its construction is very complex, making it difficult for ordinary devices to detect. Schubert then explained, Mr. Scene, I swear to God, this has nothing to do with me. I truly don't know why this is happening. He picked up the watch and said, I know, but I think there's no need to continue with today's meeting. You may leave. Schubert was angry, pointing at Scene. You can't do that. He looked at him and replied, we will investigate this matter first. If you really have nothing to do with it, then I will bring the items to you as soon as possible. Then he frowned and asked, have you had any contact with strangers recently? Schubert answered, strangers? I have not had contact with any strangers. He recalled Lin Ke and exclaimed, I just remembered. At the club, I met a girl. Last night, she and I went back to the hotel together. She's also from Huaxia. Scene was taken aback, repeating, a Huaxia person. He grabbed Schubert by the collar and said, I need all the information you have about her. I hope you can provide it to me. In a tall hotel, Lin Ke was asleep with Jai King Ren in his arms when his phone rang. He picked up the phone to check, and she turned to ask him, who would be looking for you at midnight? Lin Ke replied, Team Leader Ning, a superior. He answered the phone and asked Ning She, is there any information? She replied, according to the sketch you gave me, we found someone named Song Jin Min. 2 years ago, he died in a plane crash. It is said that before he died, he had reached level A, extremely powerful. Lin Ke, standing on the balcony, listened to the phone and exclaimed, dead level A, but I just met this person yesterday. Ning She, not believing it, asked again, how could you meet someone who is already dead? Did you encounter a twin or something? That doesn't make sense. I've met the vice president. He's in charge of this auction. Let's see if we can gather some information. Lin Ke then instructed, all right, be careful. If the situation looks off, call me immediately. He looked at the buildings ahead and thought to himself, I thought this was a black gold city full of wealthy people. I never expected it to be a city full of crime. On the other end, Lin Ke's mother received a call. The caller was Lin Ke. Lin Ke said to his mother, is that person named Song Jin Min sent by you? Tomorrow I have something to do. No need for you to arrange someone to protect me. Just help me protect Jai King Ren. She happily replied, you fool, you really are smart. Just leave it to me. At the villa, a subordinate handed Scene a photo and said, Leader, we have found some information about her, but it's very limited. Her name is Jessica, an American of Huaxia descent. Her parents work in Huaxia, but it's not clear what they do. Here is a picture of her. Looking at her attire, he commented, it's clear that her family's condition is not bad. He stared intently at Ning She in the photo and said, one evening, and we have this much information. It seems that this woman could very well be connected to some organization. Inform Schubert and tell him to arrange for this woman to come here. I need to handle her decisively. The subordinate replied, I will go right away. As he turned to leave, Scene spoke up, wait a moment. He stood up, adjusted his outfit, and continued, this time I'm going with you. The identity of this woman is not simple. Just relying on you guys, I'm afraid something unexpected might happen. At the shopping mall, Jai King Ren and Qin Ying Yu walked arm in arm. She said, Aunt, we've been walking for quite a while, haven't we? She replied, that's right, it's just about noon. Let's go eat, and we'll continue our walk in the afternoon. She pointed forward and said, that's right, Aunt has picked out a few sets here. Can you help Aunt take a look? All right, I'll go try them on, Jai King Ren replied. After she left, the old lady stayed with her son and said, this auction is organized in collaboration with the Fuse-to-Be auction house and a businessman named Scene. He pondered for a moment and asked, isn't Scene the owner of the Black Gold Company? Qin Ying Yu explained, I've heard that he's not very clean, but recently he's run into some trouble, so he asked to auction off this bass or organization. Are you going to the auction tonight? Lin Ke replied, I'm not so sure. I'm not interested in the bass or organization. Moreover, I don't have any immediate need for it. I just want to gather a bit of news related to it. She waved goodbye to him. Then you can go. You don't need to join us for shopping. Be careful. Yes, Lin Ke responded. At a luxurious hotel, a female voice rang out, Hey, 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 come inside. I've been waiting for you for half a day. Ningxi was wearing a sexy white nightgown. She asked, What do you think? I specially wore this dress because I knew you were coming. A hand reached out, embracing her. It was Lin Ke. He said, So beautiful, so beautiful. How is the situation over there? Has there been any progress? Lin Ke asked further. Ningxi replied, That lecher is just lurking to take advantage. I couldn't get any more information, but I can guess a bit. Things displayed at the auction will almost certainly not be at the night market. It seems we have to wait until just before the auction for them to be transported over. Lin Ke nodded and said, We're pretty sure about 70%. He hugged her, leaned down to kiss her neck, and continued. The key lead to the Fusubi auction is seen from Black Gold Corporation. She wondered, is this information accurate? Lin Ke replied confidently, Absolutely. He might be selling all his assets to prepare for a comeback. Ningxi added, If we find Scene, there will be a breakthrough. Black Gold Corporation only has him left. If we capture him, this organization will pose no more danger. This will bring great benefits to our intelligence network. As soon as she finished speaking, he responded, The main issue is there. We still don't know where he is, which makes it difficult. Ningxi said with some delight, However, I have installed a tracking device on Schubert. Once we detect any suspicious activity, we can devise a course of action. At that moment, Ningxi's phone rang. It was Schubert calling. She frowned at the phone. It's Schubert. That perverted old man is calling. Don't say a word. She signaled Lin Ke to be quiet and with her other hand answered the call. Ani, did you just remember me? Yes, I'll be there on time. Lin Ke provocatively whispered, Don't worry, I'll start once you're off the phone. As soon as the call ended, Lin Ke said, Let's go. Ningxi looked at him and said, That perverted old man has arranged for me to meet him at the restaurant in an hour. I need to prepare a bit. Lin Ke asked, Didn't you say he had something to do this afternoon? Why is he having dinner with you? She replied, He said his schedule was delayed, so he has some free time and wants to take me out for dinner. Ningxi sat on the edge of the bed, stood up, and said, I'll take this opportunity to talk to him. Who knows, I might get some useful information. Lin Ke raised his hand to check the time and then spoke. Let me think, excluding time on the bed, we still have half an hour left. How about we have another round? Hearing that, she stepped back. Hurry up and start. Don't waste any more time. He scratched his head and sighed. Looks like today is going to be a tough battle. Lin Ke pushed the person while saying, Did you not say earlier that there is a tracker on Schubert? Where can we track his movements? Ningxi's face turned beet red, her whole body numb, but she still tried to respond. I have a GPS app on my phone. Just open it and you'll see. Lin Ke held Ningxi's waist, lifted her to sit on the table, and reached for the phone next to him. His gaze was on the phone, but his lower body was still active, not giving her a break as he continued to interrogate. Where did Schubert invite you to eat? Ningxi leaned close to Lin Ke's ear and whispered, I heard that Foley is a Western restaurant and the food is quite good. On the phone, Schubert's location was clearly displayed. Lin Ke's expression became serious as he carefully examined his journey from the day before. A bit strangely, he spoke up. I have a bad feeling about this. When we have dinner later, you need to be careful. This meal might not be as simple as it seems. Ningxi also became serious, thinking carefully. Do you mean Schubert is plotting something against me? Lin Ke couldn't be sure, cautiously saying, I can't be certain yet, but I just feel that this dinner isn't normal. Lin Ke patted Ningxi's head. You need to be a little careful. Ningxi stood up, got dressed, and put on her shoes. She placed her hands on her hips to adjust her shoes and then asked Lin Ke, What are we going to do later? Are we going together? The cameras in the restaurant might not be safe either. Lin Ke also got dressed and adjusted his collar. By the time I arrive, my identity will already be exposed, so there's no need to hide anymore. However, we still need to disguise ourselves a bit. Ningxi didn't understand and asked again, Disguise how? Lin Ke rubbed his two fingers together as if signaling a particular sign. Ningxi understood his intention and couldn't help but laugh. Although she had never tried it, playing this kind of role wasn't too difficult. Lin Ke felt helpless and didn't know what else to say. The door opened and Ningxi left to meet Schubert. Before leaving, she handed Lin Ke a stack of money and generously instructed, Take this money. Your performance earlier was very good. Lin Ke nodded and took the money, not expecting that the action was just part of the act. Ningxi asked, Is that okay? Lin Ke turned and walked in the opposite direction, reminding her, Keep your identity hidden well and we'll act separately. Indeed, Lin Ke and Ning She's actions were being monitored by the cameras. On the camera surveillance side, Scene sneered and spoke up. Mr. Schubert, the girl you're seeing doesn't seem to have much virtue. After you left, she went on to find another man. Schubert was taken aback and quickly chimed in. What a shameless woman. He adjusted his tie, glanced at Scene, and honestly admitted, however, I don't really care. I was just playing with her a little. I can hand her over to you, but I hope you will keep your promise and tell me the location of the shipment. This is my final limit. Scene seemed to have achieved his goal and wickedly reassured. Don't worry, I also hope our cooperation this time will be successful. Schubert closed his laptop. Scene also left, not forgetting to remind. They've already gone outside, so they should be here soon. I'll go ahead. I hope you don't make any mistakes. Schubert showed a face that did not like Scene. 20 minutes later, Ning Ke arrived at the meeting point. She looked around the room to make sure, then coyly asked, Darling, why is there no one here? Schubert approached to explain, because I wanted to have a private meal with you and didn't want anyone else to bother us. So I paid everything here already. Schubert quickly approached Ning Ke, wrapping his arm around her waist, excitedly declaring, We'll have dinner first, and I still have some work to do later. After I'm done, I will have time to be with you today. Ning Ke was taken aback by Schubert's actions. He gallantly pulled out a chair for her to sit. Ning Ke pretended to be delighted, playfully teasing him. You said that. If you don't keep your word, I won't care about you anymore. Schubert smiled and made an excuse to leave. Order something. I'll go to the restroom for a bit. As soon as he was out of sight, Ning She's expression changed. She was highly suspicious of this man. Why did he want to go to the restroom at this moment? It didn't make much sense. She stood up and told Schubert, Honey, I want to go with you. Schubert's face turned pale, stammering in response. Then, let's go together. Ning Ke linked her arm with Schubert and walked into the restroom. He asked, Why do you? She smiled and replied, I don't want to go alone. I want to go with you. She grabbed his tie, leaned in closer, and said, Moreover, I think the restroom is a very good place. We can warm up a little bit, and then when we eat, we can eat more. Schubert felt a bit anxious. Darling, that's not very good. I have something to do soon. I only have an hour to eat. If we exercise first, then there might not be time to eat. Ning Ke made a tantalizing gesture and asked, Then do you think the food on the table is tastier, or am I tastier? Schubert's face turned red, but he still refused. Oh, no, my dear. Even though I want to exercise with you, I still need to eat. I have important matters to attend to soon. We can wait until tonight, and I will satisfy this wish of yours. Ning She's expression also turned serious, thinking, this guy Schubert is acting strange. She turned around and said, Oh, right, I just remembered I have some things to handle. I'm afraid I can't eat with you now. Let's continue tonight. Just then, a group of people appeared. One person in the group, seen with his hands in his pockets, looked at her and said, You can't leave now. Ning Ke frowned, thinking, Indeed, Lin Ke was right. Schubert turned pale, ran out, and asked, Why are you following me? Scene spoke up, saying, If we don't take action now, she'll get away. I'm just forced into this situation. But don't worry, I've already got her under control. You're now completely safe. Hearing this, Ning Ke turned around and asked, Schubert, what do you mean by this? Schubert sighed and replied, I will have asked you the same thing. Why did you put a tracking device on me? Scene smiled maliciously, pointing at the woman. I've already figured out your fake identity, so I hope you'll cooperate obediently. Don't resist, it won't be good for you. Schubert, frightened, waved his hand at Scene. The rest is a matter between you two. I have other business to attend to, so I'll take my leave. Suddenly, a gun was placed against Schubert's forehead. Ning Ke tightened her grip on his neck and aimed the gun at his head, her voice icy. You invited me here. How can I let you leave first? Schubert exclaimed in panic. And yet you. Ning Ke continued to warn, if Schubert dies, you won't find what you have in your hands anymore. If you want to take action against me, you better think carefully. Scene exclaimed in surprise. You really are part of the organization, but you better not act rashly. Do you think you can threaten me by taking Schubert? I've brought many people with me to catch you. There's no way I can let you leave so easily. Ning Ke smiled. So how did you know I was here alone? At that moment, a loud explosion suddenly echoed from the entrance. Smoke and fire billowed up thickly, and a series of explosions followed one after another. Lin Ke jumped into the restaurant and yelled, Run. Ning Ke immediately pulled Schubert out. The three of them climbed into the car parked outside. Schubert looked extremely distressed, trembling as he questioned, Who are you? Why did you capture me? Let me go. Ning Ke couldn't stand the noise anymore, and with his elbow, he struck the back of his neck, irritably commanding, Behave yourself. Just a moment ago, Schubert had been chattering nonstop, but a second later, he fell silent, unconscious. Ning Shi sat next to him, praising Lin Ke. Indeed, you guessed right. Lin Ke, while driving attentively, assessed the enemy's capabilities, saying, "This scene is truly not simple. He's too cunning. I'm starting to worry that finding him after this incident will be even more difficult." The car sped down the road. Lin Ke's face was very tense as he continued. Scene's intentions are hard to predict. He doesn't trust anyone. Anything could happen. Right now, the information we have on Schubert is limited, but we should control him first. It's better to have it in our hands until we finish everything than to let him go. Ning Shi sat in the back, falling into deep thought after listening. She spoke directly. What about now? My identity has been exposed, and it looks like I can no longer continue to spy on this matter. The car stopped on the side of the road. Lin Ke, looking worried, turned around to instruct her. Your identity has been revealed, and it's not safe to stay in the black market any longer. You should go back to your country first. Ning Shi asked anxiously, What about you? With a confident expression, Lin Ke replied gently, I'm here to celebrate Christmas, and since Christmas hasn't passed yet, I certainly can't leave. But I will go back in a few days. After all, there are still business matters to take care of, so you don't need to worry about me. After a while of conversation, Ning Shi got out of the car. She approached the door where Lin Ke was sitting to give instructions. That I will do as you say. That lecherous guy is up to you. You can decide how to handle it. Lin Ke confidently signaled and reminded her. Both members of your team will also be at the airport. Gather together and take my private jet back. Ning Shi nodded and immediately complied, yes. After a good sleep, Schubert was suddenly doused with cold water. He was soaked to the skin. Furious, he looked at Lin Ke and shouted, Did that girl send you here? Lin Ke sat leisurely in the soft chair nearby. The words that came out of his mouth were meant as a compliment, but they also carried a threat. Good memory, but what's the use of knowing? Do you think I will let you off the hook? His eyes fixed intently on the person in front of him, exuding a sense of intimidation. Lin Ke continued grimly, My time is limited. I don't want to hear any nonsense. I hope you can tell me everything related to the auction. Schubert felt a chill run down his spine from this imposing presence, his face a mix of pale and purple. He silently screamed in his heart. This person seems even more frightening than Ning Shi. Given his disadvantage, he dared not conceal the truth and confessed honestly. I really don't know anything. It's because of Scene. He approached us and said the ore in his possession could be crafted into fine jewelry. He wanted us to help him auction it off, which is why this collaboration came about. Lin Ke rubbed his chin, carefully assessing the man. But up until now, you haven't even seen the goods, so why are you promoting the auction? Is he really that reliable? Schubert immediately elaborated. Scene is quite reputable abroad. According to the plan, after capturing that woman, he would tell me where the goods are. But unexpectedly, things went awry. I don't even know if the auction will be held as scheduled tonight. Withdrawing his words, he took the knife and approached to cut the ropes binding him. Then he picked up the phone and asked, Can I call him to see if there's still a chance? Schubert seemed to have found a lifeline, eagerly holding the phone while searching for the contact number. Okay. I'll call him now. But on the other end of the line, there was only a long beep. Schubert was so anxious that beads of sweat dotted his forehead, his eyes full of fear. He trembled as he handed the phone to him, then fearfully spoke. You see, he won't answer my call. After what just happened, he no longer trusts anyone. He might have already left. Seeing him silent, Schubert cautiously asked, I've told you everything I know. Can I go now? Lin Ke didn't even look at him, waving his hand to shoo away. Go. You've outlived your usefulness. He shuffled away step by step, staring at Lin Ke in fear, reminding him quietly, You better be smart. The young man's eyes were filled with murderous intent, and his threats came out gently. When I need you, you must cooperate obediently. Otherwise, I'll send you to meet the Grim Reaper. Knowing this young man meant what he said, Schubert bowed repeatedly as if programmed and assured, I will definitely cooperate. I hope you won't harm my family. Seeing that this person had completely resigned himself, Lin Ke's voice was full of savagery as he said, Let's see your performance then. Go ahead. He immediately rushed out the door, not forgetting to say goodbye. Yes, I'm going right now. At the villa where C was staying, the morning sun covered every corner. A subordinate ran in to report. Liger, we have tracked down Schubert's whereabouts. The locator shows he is at Muchuan Hotel. Scene was taken aback by this and asked again, Muchuan Hotel. His face darkened, seemingly extremely angry. He instructed the other party, informed the others to be careful. Those two are not simple. They can be easily detected. He seriously reminded his subordinate, This is very important to me. There must be no mistakes made. The other party respectfully complied. I will inform them. Immediately after, C raised his voice to command his men. Also, gather everyone. Bring everything. This time we absolutely cannot fail. I must capture those two. At this moment in the shopping mall, after changing her clothes, Ji King Ren stepped outside, cheerfully asking for opinions. Lin Ke, do you think this dress I just bought is pretty? He rested his chin and teased the beauty. I think if you stay in the black market any longer, you might end up wearing a bikini. King Ren, hearing this, pouted in protest. What do you mean? It's actually quite long, not as short as you think. Mrs. Qin Ying Yu, standing beside her, supported King Ren. I think it's really beautiful. You're still so young, yet your thinking is even more conservative than mine. At this moment, Jack King Ren stepped forward and wrapped her arms around him affectionately. She pulled everyone along while continuing to speak. Come on, let's get something to eat. I'm really hungry after wandering around all afternoon. At first, Aunt said she wanted to take us to the auction tonight, but suddenly it got postponed. But there just happens to be an opera performance. Do you want to go? Lin Ke's mind was on something else, feeling annoyed as he thought, it seems the reason for the postponement of the auction is Scene's disappearance. Mrs. Shen was very pleased to hear her daughter-in-law say this and turned to chat with the two young people. This opera was composed by Rossini, and I've heard it's very famous. King Ren was equally excited and asked for everyone's opinion again. Right, that's his song. Are we going tonight? However, Lin Ke declined dejectedly, his tone weary as he said, No, I'm not going. The opera is quite loud, and I won't be able to sleep. Seemingly anticipating this, the beautiful woman winked and smiled gently in response. I knew you would say that. She ran to hug her mother-in-law, turned her head to say goodbye, and added, Then tonight, my aunt and I will go over there. Have fun playing alone, okay. Lin Ke watched the two women leave, helplessly forcing a smile. Outside the shopping mall, several cars were parked. A man opened the car door and stepped out. Scene spoke first. He must definitely be upstairs, right? The subordinate confirmed emphatically and reported in detail. Yes, our people are still keeping watch up there. There are also two women having dinner with him. By their behavior, they seem to be his girlfriend and mother. Upon hearing this, he let out a long puff of smoke, looking up at the upper floor of the mall, muttering, So it turns out he came with family. This guy has some guts. It's just right to use his family to force him to reveal everything. Then, C pointed forward and loudly ordered, Quickly come in, clean out everyone inside the lobby. Dozens of people shouted in unison, Understood. Over here, the three of them are in the restaurant. Ji King Ren carefully wiped her mouth. She looked at the people gradually moving and curiously asked, What's going on? Do these people also want to listen to opera that they are leaving one by one? Qin Ying Yu also said, It's kind of strange. It's still early. Lin Ke seemed to sense something and stood up abruptly. With an intense gaze, he said, Something isn't right. We should go outside. But before he could move, a group of people in black suits entered through the door. The three inside froze. Scene's voice rang out, Mr. Lin. He looked at Lin Ke with satisfaction and continued, We meet again. Behind him was a large number of fearless individuals waiting for the command to charge. Yet Lin Ke showed little fear. He clapped his hands and praised his opponent. You seem quite interesting. You even managed to find your way here. Seeing that this young man was undeterred, Scene's hoarse voice rose again. Are you saying you can track me, but I can't track you? He pointed at Lin Ke and contemptuously said, You are very smart, very capable, but you still can't match me. Lin Ke turned to Qin Ying Yu and King Ren and said, This is a matter between the two of us. Let them go. Scene was not inclined to let them off easily. He raised his hand, shaking it. No. I understand Hoaxia culture very well. There is a saying that goes, a lion hunts a rabbit. Even if I have the upper hand, I cannot underestimate the two of you. You are my valuable prey. How could I easily let you go? Lin Ke replied, I have underestimated you a bit. Scene pretended to say, You need to understand my current situation. When you decide to get involved with me, you should know that I... Before he could finish his sentence, Qin Ying Yu from behind interjected. Scene. In an annoyed tone, surprised he asked, You still know my name? Qin Ying Yu confidently replied, I not only know your name, but also your black gold company. Then she warned, I don't want to see you have any intentions of hitting my son. Take your people away. Scene was not afraid. Before Qin Ying Yu's imposing voice, he joked, Sorry, sister. Even though you know my name, you still don't understand me. Then he continued, I can't let your son off so easily. At that moment, a hand was placed on his shoulder. Since the lady doesn't understand you, do I have this qualification? Song Jin Ren said. Immediately, three of Scene's bodyguards raised their guns, aiming straight at Song Jin Ren. Turning around, seeing it was Jin Ren, Scene stuttered, Song Jin Ren, it's really you. He turned back and shouted loudly at his subordinates, Put all the guns down for me. Jin Ren removed his hand from Scene's shoulder and joked, You still remember me? Well, that means my life isn't entirely useless. Then he turned to Qin Ying Yu and said, You take this young lady away first. The concert, it's about to start. With Song Jin Ren here, Qin Ying Yu had nothing to worry about and said, okay. Scene was furious at being played like this, pointing and saying, what is your relationship? Why do you care about this? What connection do you have with our organization? Why are you acting as if it goes against the rules of the group? Song Jin Ren stood by Lin Ke's side, looked at Scene and said, on principle, yes, but the person standing in front of you is our boss's son. Do you think I should care about this? Scene shouted in disbelief, he is your boss's son. Song Jin Ren, undeterred by the crowd, directly grabbed Scene by the collar, forced his face against the wall, and said through gritted teeth, do you want to jump on your own, or do you need me to do it for you? Scene was a bit scared, but still tried to explain, many of my subordinates have died at his hands, so I wanted revenge. But I didn't know he was the big boss's son. I hope you can give me a chance to live. Lin Ke thought seriously. The person I have never met can make Scene so afraid. He then said, it's not difficult to survive. You just need to cooperate obediently. Scene, released, immediately joined his hands in prayer and asked Lin Ke, how do you want me to cooperate? Lin Ke replied, where is the item you want to deliver to Fusu be located right now? I need a specific location. Scene took off the ring from his index finger, looked at it, and said, I hid it in the balance room of the 2 legal methods. He handed the ring to Lin Ke and instructed, you take this to the parking lot and find a bodyguard. He will take you to where the goods are kept. Lin Ke exclaimed, so it was hidden here. Scene continued scratching his face and said, I placed the goods at the venue of the auction, so no one has touched them until now. Hoaxia has a saying that the most dangerous place is the safest place, so no one will suspect it. Lin Ke tightly grasped the ring and praised, this old man is indeed a formidable opponent. Thank you for being honest. I'll go ahead, Lin Ke said and began to walk away. Scene fearfully called out, didn't you say you would let me go? Lin Ke turned around to look at him and replied, I will definitely spare you, but whether that person will spare you or not is not my concern. Song Jin Ren couldn't hold back in the face of Lin Ke's actions and said, this shameless demeanor is just like his father. When Lin Ke safely stepped outside, he saw King Ren anxiously running over to ask, are you hurt? Lin Ke moved closer to pat her head and comfort her. Don't worry, I'm fine. Can't you see that I'm doing well right now? Aren't we supposed to go to the concert? King Ren replied, why haven't you left yet? If you're still inside, how can I be in the mood to go to the concert? What happened earlier scared me to death. He replied nonchalantly, what's there to be afraid of from a little thug with a bunch of pups? Qin Ying Yu also placed a hand on King Ren's shoulder to reassure her. Everything has been resolved. Let's go to the concert. Kiddo still has some things to do, so you don't need to worry. Seeing that Lin Ke's mother had said that, King Ren reluctantly replied, okay. She followed Qin Ying Yu, but still felt uneasy, turning back to remind Lin Ke, then we'll go to the concert. Don't do anything dangerous. Lin Ke watched the two of them walk ahead and answered, you can relax. Go ahead. The bright sunlight pierced through the clouds, shining down on the ground. Lin Ke had driven to the location, stepped out, and confirmed that this was the place. Lin Ke walked up to the security booth and asked, excuse me, can I ask something? He approached the guard and said, I'm looking for someone named Lai Gang. Is he your colleague? The guard scrutinized Lin Ke for a moment before replying, I am Lai Gang. May I ask what you need me for? Lin Ke took out a gold ring and said, take me to find that shipment. I suppose I don't need to elaborate on the other matters, do I? Lai Gang saw the ring and immediately understood, opened the door and gestured, please go ahead. You're welcome to come inside. The two of them arrived at the elevator. Lai Gang pressed the button for the floor, but after a long while, the elevator did not move, making Lai Gang puzzled and questioned, why isn't there any response? He quickly grabbed the walkie-talkie to contact a colleague and asked, hey, what's going on? Why suddenly isn't the elevator working? The colleague replied, the elevator has been shut down. We just announced it to you guys. Didn't you know anything? Lai Gang, frustrated, exclaimed loudly, shit, it was working just fine, so why is the elevator shut down? On the other side, an explanation was given immediately. Because the camera near the balance room detected a suspicious figure, the elevator had been stopped. Lai Gang felt guilty as he turned to Lin Ke, suggesting, unfortunately, the elevator has been shut down. We can only take another way. Lin Ke scolded, you're supposed to be the security here, and you didn't notice the safety issue. Lai Gang awkwardly tried to explain when the elevator doors opened. He said, let's talk outside. Lin Ke was suddenly intrigued by the strange figure of a person dressed in all black. He thought, that person must have taken something from the balance room. Lin Ke pointed at the suspicious individual and shouted, stop right there. Seeing Lin Ke act recklessly, Lai Gang quickly kicked him hard in the back. Lin Ke turned around, warily asking, you're not Lai Gang, are you? The imposter smugly replied, realizing it now is too late. After saying that, he drew a knife from its sheath, lunged at Lin Ke, and shouted, "Die." Lin Ke, with his quick reflexes, swiftly caught the man's wrist, then pushed the knife toward the imposter. The blade pierced through the man's chest, causing him to cough up blood, roar out in pain one last time, and then breathe his last. The scream drew the attention of those around. He didn't care and was about to turn around to stand up when a girl passing by saw the terrifying scene and shouted in horror, "Someone's been killed." The suspicious person took the opportunity to blend into the crowd and ran away. Lin Ke put his hand into his chest pocket, took something out, and threw a pile of money up, raising his voice for everyone to hear, "Pick up the money, don't block my way." As he chased after the suspect out the front gate, the masked person had already driven off. Lin Ke quickly ran to his own car to give chase. The two cars sped at high speed down the main road, the pursuit relentless. Lin Ke carefully observed, calculating the next move of the driver. He decisively stepped on the gas to accelerate. Lin Ke's car passed by, swerving to block the front of the other car, causing it to stop. The two cars collided, producing deafening sounds, sparks, and a cloud of dust. He swiftly opened the car door and got out. The masked individual also revealed himself, wearing a clown mask, and stood facing Lin Ke. Seemingly familiar, Lin Ke spoke first. "It's been about half a year since we last met, hasn't it? If your injury has healed, then today we can settle the score. If not, you can leave now. I won't stalk you." The masked man listened and then looked towards Lin Ke, revealing a gaze that seemed to be contemplating something, but he remained silent. At that moment, a black car approached from a distance and stopped right behind the masked man. The figure turned to look while Lin Ke was shielding his eyes from the dust kicked up by the vehicle. A group of people stepped out of the car, led by an older man wearing glasses with silver hair. He spoke to the masked man, turning his head to look at him intently. "You go ahead. We'll handle the rest." He then looked directly at Lin Ke, his expression serious as he said, "You shouldn't have chased after us all the way here. Your actions have caused us a lot of trouble, so we can't let you go today." Lin Ke glanced back at him, showing no fear, and replied, "You robbed me, and you have the audacity to say this? Isn't that unreasonable?" After hearing his response, the man with glasses had a sinister expression. He laughed, raised his fist, and said, "We are all the same type of people, but one with the stronger fist is the one who's right. Are you telling me that as a newcomer in this field? Doesn't that sound ridiculous?" Across from him, Lin Ke was also in a defensive stance. He replied to his opponent with a serious expression. "If that's the case, there's nothing more to say." At this moment, the man in glasses turned to look at his subordinate and ordered the blue-haired man standing behind him with an annoyed expression, "Number 18, go handle him." The blue-haired guy flashed a provocative smile. He cracked his knuckles and replied, "Yes, sir." After that, he jumped and rushed towards Lin Ke. At this point, Lin Ke remained in place defending himself. He clenched his fist and replied angrily, "I'm in a bad mood today, so I might as well take out my anger on you all." Then Lin Ke charged forward, blocking the blue-haired guy's attack. The guy was surprised, not expecting Lin Ke to stop him. Next, Lin Ke raised his leg and kicked him in the stomach. Lin Ke fell to the ground, using all his strength to kick the blue-haired guy. The blue-haired guy was kicked away, falling to the ground, barely able to shout, "Ah." Not only that, Lin Ke did not give him the chance to fight back. He pulled out a knife he had concealed and stabbed the blue-haired guy from behind. The guy showed an expression of agony, crying out in pain. Seeing this scene, the white-haired man and his subordinate were shocked, perhaps not anticipating this outcome. The blonde man warmed up his limbs and then spoke. This time, let me do it. The man in glasses quickly raised his hand to block him, calmly replying, "Nodi, you might not necessarily be his match." To avoid unnecessary injuries, that he pondered as if considering something, adjusted his collar and said, "Still, let me take the lead." He stepped forward, looking at Lin Ke, and asked curiously, "What is your background? State your name." Lin Ke looked at the person in front of him, still holding the knife from earlier. He replied, "There's no need to state my name. If you let him go, I assure you I won't hold you back. The dead don't need to know such things." As soon as he finished speaking, the man launched himself forward. In the blink of an eye, he praised, "What I just heard is very good. I want to see it." The man in glasses jumped up and kicked towards Lin Ke, shouting, "Will you be able to escape today?" At this moment, Lin Ke's expression turned anxious. He was extremely tense, thinking to himself, "So fast, this speed is at level B." Lin Ke couldn't dodge his opponent's attack and took the full kick, causing him to fall backward. Lin Ke fell to the ground, gripping the knife tightly. At that moment, the man in glasses also leisurely retracted his leg. Lin Ke struggled to sit up, spitting out a mouthful of blood. The bespectacled man smiled in satisfaction, praising him. "You took a hit from me and can still stand up. Your bones are quite good." He staggered, trying to steady himself, clutching his chest while looking at his opponent warily. Lin Ke managed to respond, "With your level, it's true that I can't defeat you." But he still looked defiantly at him, then continued, "However, if you want to kill me, I'm afraid it won't be possible, unless you don't want to live anymore." The bespectacled man listened to Lin Ke and laughed, his expression one of disbelief at what the young man had just said. He could only scornfully remind him, "I can guess a bit about your level. Do you want to die together with me?" The white-haired man charged at him, ready to swing a punch at Lin Ke's face. He mocked, "You are still very inexperienced." The white-haired man knocked Lin Ke down to the ground, causing a loud thud. At this moment, the white-haired man was stepping on Lin Ke's arm, which lay flat on the ground. He wore a contemptuous smile and said, "I see your 2 arms. Seem unnecessary. Let me eliminate them." Lin Ke somehow retrieved a knife and prepared to stab at his feet. The white-haired man reacted quickly, pulling his foot away just in time. Lin Ke seized the opportunity, sat up, looked at him, and calmly said, "I told you, I have a way to die together with you. Why won't you listen?" The white-haired man heard this and immediately frowned, gritting his teeth and saying, "Well, let's see. How are you going to die with me today?" He prepared to deliver a powerful blow to Lin Ke's head. Suddenly, from a distance, someone kicked his hand away, saving Lin Ke's life. Song Jinren turned to Lin Ke, who was sitting on the ground, and asked, "What's up?" Lin Ke wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and replied, as if nothing was wrong, still smiling, "Not dead yet." Hearing this, Song Jinren nodded and instructed, "Get in the car and wait." Lin Ke turned to leave, but looked back to remind Jinren, "Leave one person alive." He agreed, saying, "Got it." At this moment, Song Jinren's anger became apparent on his face as he threatened, "You won't escape your punishment." The white-haired man, frightened, pointed at Song Jinren and asked in disbelief, "Are you all on the same side?" Jinren moved closer and said, "You don't need to know these things." He grabbed the white-haired man's wrist and twisted it. Crack. With that twist, the other party could only scream in pain. "Ah." The white-haired man clutched his arm and trembled, asking, "Who exactly are you?" Song Jinren had a cold expression and replied calmly, "It's the aces of spades." Upon hearing this, he was immediately terrified and exclaimed, "I never expected it to be you." Jinren calmly stated, "If you have recognized me, you should know that losing to me is not unjust." But the old man continued to interrogate, "What is your relationship with him?" Song Jinren's gaze became more terrifying than ever. He replied honestly, "He is the son of my boss. If it were up to my temperament, both of you would already be dead. But you still have some use, so come with me quickly." Hearing this, the white-haired man was also taken aback, pondering about the frightening man. "I didn't expect he even had a son." As soon as he finished speaking, he and his companions behind him quickly pressed the secret switch on the ring and declared resolutely, "Failure of the mission is a disgrace for me. I don't know why you didn't kill us, so I won't give you any opportunity." Song Jinren suddenly realized something was off. He widened his eyes and shouted, "This is not good." With a loud bang, a huge explosion occurred, producing a deafening sound. The surroundings were filled with smoke and fire. Fortunately, Song Jinren had been alert, so he managed to dodge the blast. When the smoke cleared, it revealed numerous bodies lying scattered on the road. Song Jinren returned to Lin Ke's car, rubbed his aching neck from the recent shock, and said, "I can think something like this would happen. Your plan might be ruined." Lin Ke, sitting in the car, agreed, "Given the situation, there's not much we can do." As Song Jinren opened the car door to get into the driver's seat, Lin Ke curiously asked, "Why did you chase me here?" Jinren slowly recounted, "After you left, I dealt with Scene and thought about finding you. As soon as I arrived, I heard that someone was killing people inside. I immediately followed you here." Lin Ke rubbed his sore arm. He let out a sigh and said, "I'm glad you came. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here anymore. That kick made me feel like my bones were going to fall apart." Song Jinren smiled and said, "That old man has reached level B, and his skills are quite good. You definitely won't be a match for him. If you don't get kicked to death, that's already pretty impressive." The car was still speeding down the road. Jinren then wondered, "What happened on your side? Why are you still involved with these people?" Lin Ke sighed and replied, "I haven't been able to get my stuff back." He crossed his legs, rested his hands behind his head as support, closed his eyes to rest, and continued. Someone got there first, and the other party took it away. Song Jinren glanced at Lin Ke resting in the back and said, "I don't know how much it's worth. There might be some loss, but I see that you seem not to care about that shipment." Song Jinren smiled slyly and probed, "In this matter, what you care about the most is probably the person who secretly took that shipment, right?" Upon hearing this, Lin Ke couldn't help but praise, "You're too good. It's a pity that being with you gives me no motivation to reveal the truth." The car was still speeding ahead. A cheerful voice rang out in the vehicle. The play is probably about to end. At the large square, Lin Ke and Jai King Ren saw off Qin Ying Yu. Jai King Ren bid farewell. Please be careful on your way. Qin Ying Yu also replied, goodbye. Song Jin Ren opened the car door for Qin Ying Yu. Lin Ke and Jai King Ren stood waiting goodbye. When the car had gone far away, Qin Ying Yu finally asked Song Jin Ren, where did you go after leaving the restaurant? Qin Ying Yu continued to ask, did Xiao Yi get the things? Song Jin Ren closed his eyes and replied, we were deceived by Scene. The jewelry was not there. Qin Ying Yu frowned in anger. He has been pushed to the brink and he still dares to lie. The car quickly arrived in front of a luxurious villa. Qin Ying Yu and Song Jin Ren opened the door and entered. Song was already waiting inside. As soon as they saw her, they immediately asked, tired, aren't you? Qin Ying Yu ran into Lin Jingjian's arms, shyly saying, I'm going upstairs to wash up. You all can continue talking. Lin Jingjian replied, okay. A bottle of wine was opened and poured into a glass. Lin Jingjian held the glass and sat talking to Song Jin Ren. Have things been resolved? Song Jin Ren answered, it's been resolved, but there's a new discovery here. Song Jin Ren, with a serious expression, recounted, while his son was searching for the jewelry, he encountered someone. That person snatched the items right in front of us. Lin Jingjian was taken aback upon hearing this. He curiously asked, after being robbed, you took matters into your own hands, and yet this happened. Song Jin Ren was serious as he recounted the story. I was also very surprised. That person seems not to be simple. Their actions resemble those of the Manhwa organization we are investigating. He added, if the other party finds out he is your son, then I fear he will be in danger. Lin Jingjian's expression turned extremely angry. He declared sternly, to dare to lay hands on my son means they will have to consider facing the wrath of Lin Jingjian. Song Jin Ren leaned back against the chair, showing a sympathetic expression as he stated, but the people from the Manhwa organization are like a bunch of lunatics. They won't think of this. Their advantage is that they are not afraid of death. If they encounter someone like you who sets fires everywhere, they're out of luck. Lin Jingjian stood up abruptly and cautioned, we can only say he's unfortunate. I cannot be blamed. Go home now. You have worked hard these past few days. Song Jin Ren cheerfully tucked his hands into his pockets and replied, yes. 3 days later at the airport, before Lin Ke and Jai King Ren departed, Jai King Ren and Qin Ying Yu looked sorrowful. Unable to part ways, she comforted him. If Aunt is crying, I won't be able to leave. Lin Ke stood by with a suitcase, watching the two of them. Qin Ying Yu looked very sad and wistful, saying, the main thing is I don't know when we'll meet again. Lin Ke didn't quite understand what Qin Ying Yu meant. At this moment, Jai King Ren also changed her way of addressing Qin Ying Yu, becoming very affectionate. She sweetly called her Mom. Then, as they were saying goodbye, she said, Mom, we are leaving now. When you come to Shanghai, who will come to pick you up? Then I will cook for you. Lin Ke was slightly taken aback by this, but Mrs. Qin was so moved that she couldn't hold back her tears, wiping away the tears about to fall and nodding in satisfaction. Okay. Seeing this scene, Lin Ke felt immensely happy. He thought to himself, no wonder she is the woman I chose, incredibly intelligent, saying the words I want to say, but cannot. Qin Ying Yu was also pleased with his daughter-in-law and anticipated their next meeting. I am really looking forward to the day we meet again. The next day at the company, Daozong Yuan walked over to Lin Ke's desk and cheerfully greeted him. Mr. Lin, you are finally back. Lin Ke pushed a pile of gifts forward and asked him, take some gifts back for everyone, choose them. Daozong Yuan happily chose a gift box, but he did not forget the main task. He talked about the upcoming plans. Right, let's discuss a bit about this year's annual meeting. The idea is to jointly organize it with the Chao Yang group. Do you have any thoughts on this issue? Lin Ke clasped his hands together in front of him and calmly expressed his opinion. Although they are two separate companies, it feels like one company. Such an arrangement is fine. The more people, the livelier it will be. How is the business with the wood materials going? Daozong Yuan was indeed a talented secretary. He clearly reported the situation to Lin Ke. The goods at Bingcheng have reached customs. We have made arrangements with Hua Run Group. They will be transported to their locations soon. Lin Ke was satisfied, but also reminded him, good, just pay a bit more attention to this matter and don't let anything happen. He quickly left the office and excitedly told Zong Yuan, I heard the company has just hired a lot of new employees. I'm going to check it out. Zong Yuan smiled and replied, yes, Boss Lin. In the department of Daidi Group, while Lin Ke was standing, an employee approached and asked, who are you? Lin Ke answered, I'm here for a visit. Seeing the other's rude attitude, the employee pointed at Lin Ke. How did you get in here? Why are you sneaking around at the door? Lin Ke pointed at himself, confused. I'm not sneaking at all. The staff still didn't trust Lin Ke, warily saying, you were peeking inside, so that doesn't count as sneaking. Moreover, don't think just because you're handsome you can smile at me like that. I don't like this kind of behavior. Hurry and leave, or I will call security. Lin Ke didn't know what to say anymore, just forced a smile. Hearing the commotion, Tian Yan came over and asked, what's going on? The staff was very happy to see Tian Yan, pointed at Lin Ke and complained, Mrs. Tian, this person was sneaking a look into our office. I feel he is not a good person. I was about to call security to have him removed. Tian Yan could only hold her head in disbelief looking at her staff. She extended her hand to introduce, the person standing in front of you is our chairman from Ling Yun Group. How you see him as a bad person? Lin Ke was dressed neatly and elegantly, not resembling a suspicious individual at all. The staff gasped, ah. The staff hurriedly bowed and apologized to Lin Ke. Boss Lin, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were the chairman. Lin Ke wasn't too bothered by the issue. It's okay. You could get back to work. Lin Ke and Tian Yan walked down the hallway. Lin Ke observed and asked, what's wrong? Why do you seem in a bad mood? Tian Yan closed her eyes and said, it's the end of the year. The company has a lot of work. I only fell asleep around 2 a.m. yesterday. The path was interrupted by someone. Mrs. Tian. Tian Yan was startled and recognized the person who asked, head of department Song, what's the matter? The other person pointed to a few documents in hand. Mrs. Tian, we've taken and revised the project plan from before. The other party was the general manager of Novel Entertainment, Song Jia-yu, who said, do you have some time? Can you take a look? Tian Yan crossed her arms and raised an eyebrow. I originally declined to proceed with your project, mainly because I felt the risks of this project were too great. I hope you understand my point of view. Song Jia-yu looked disappointed. Is there really no chance left? Lin Ke was a bit curious. What specific project is it? At this moment, Song Jia-yu noticed Lin Ke and turned to ask, Mrs. Tian, who is this person? I am the chairman of Ling Yun Group, Lin Ke said. Song Jia-yu felt there was hope and immediately turned to present the plan to Lin Ke. Chairman Lin, nice to meet you. Lin Ke opened the plan to take a look and Song Jia-yu added, we are an exercise application, although there are many similar applications in the market. Song Jia-yu continued, but we have innovated in terms of offline business. In fact, the characteristic of this project is the combination of the app and offline services. Charging will be conducted per session and based on time. Lin Ke was very excited about this idea. Interesting charging by time. This isn't just additional hours for the great sword. Lin Ke closed the plan and asked, how much money do you want? Song Jia-yu was surprised. You just started to introduce this and you already want to invest. Isn't that too quick? Song Jia-yu raised her hand. 20 million. She felt a bit awkward giving this price. Lin Ke shook his head unhappily. This is an expensive project. If you only want 20 million, I definitely won't invest. Lin Ke made a proposal. At least 30 million and you give up 41% of control. Is there a problem? Song Jia-yu's eyes brightened with excitement. That works. We have no problem on our side. Lin Ke, hands in his pockets, left first. Too polite. I wish us a successful collaboration. For the rest, you can contact Mrs. Tian. Song Jia-yu immediately agreed. Mr. Lin, take care. She couldn't take her eyes off Lin Ke. Your boss is so handsome. At Huashen Hospital, Lin Ke carried a tray full of coffee cups and set it down on the table. Everyone shared the coffee and pastries. The staff there collectively said, thank you, Director Lin. A nurse holding a cup of coffee said to Lin Ke, Director Lin, please sit down for a moment. Director Lai is in a meeting inside. Lin Ke asked seriously, is the situation serious? You were supposed to take a day off today. Why did you come here? The nurse leaned in close and whispered to Lin Ke, it's for a heart stent, but there are some minor complications, nothing serious. However, I heard that the patient's family is very influential and specifically requested Director Lai to be here so. Before she could finish her sentence, a voice from a distance called out, Director Lai is here. Lai Xuhan and another doctor walked in. When did you arrive? Why didn't you let us know? Lai Xuhan was very happy to see Lin Ke, and Lin Ke put a hand on Lai Xuhan's shoulder. I missed you. I heard there's a patient needing a heart stent. Lai Xuhan sighed wearily. I really didn't want to come for such a minor surgery. She made a face of disdain. It's because the patient's family insisted on calling us here. Xiao Xin crossed her arms and said seriously, that place has a lot of issues and those with a bit of competence just point fingers. I can perform that surgery in a few minutes. Yet they still made Director Lai come here. I really don't understand what they are thinking. Lin Ke turned to Lai Xuhan and asked for her opinion. What do you think? Like Suhan replied, the other doctors and I have done a consultation. Based on the report and a full body examination, we haven't found any major issues. Chao Xin can handle it. Like Suhan continued, I don't plan to do it. I don't want to start like that. Lin Ke looked over the documents and agreed. The consultation was handled very well. There are no problems. That lets a Chao Xin do it. Like Suhan had no further comments. She said, all right, I will go change. Please wait for me for a moment. Like Suhan finished changing. While she was talking to Lin Ke, someone called out, Director Lai. The assistant noticed the man was speaking loudly and reminded him, please keep your voice down. There are other patients who are resting. The man ignored the assistant and went over to Like Suhan to ask, Director Lai, where are you going? Like Suhan frowned and replied, the consultation is over. Your father's condition is very good. I have addressed the concerns and the main surgery will be performed by Dr. Kiao, so there's no need for me. Hearing that, he immediately raised his voice to criticize. What do you mean by that? That's extremely irresponsible. No matter how minor, surgery is still surgery. You let an inexperienced doctor perform it. If something goes wrong, can you take on the responsibility? Like Shuhan, unfazed, replied, I'm here today for the consultation out of respect for Principal Miao. Moreover, Dr. Kiao is an expert in our cardiothoracic department with extensive experience in heart stenting. This type of surgery is not a big deal. He didn't pay attention to her words and unreasonably demanded, how many people can someone so young even handle? I can't let her perform surgery on my father. It has to be you personally. His expression was serious, pointing directly at Lai Suhan to threaten her. If you refuse to be the main surgeon, do you believe I won't call Principal Miao right now? That call will take care of you in a matter of minutes. Lai Suhan, not carrying the slightest, linked arms with Lin Ke, and they walked away, disregarding his chaos. She challenged, then go ahead and call. I will accept the consequences. Seeing that no one cared about him, he shouted angrily, I'm going to send a message to Principal Miao now. When he arrives later, we'll see if you still dare to leave. Seeing that his words couldn't intimidate anyone, he jumped out to block Lai Suhan's path and said, just wait, Director Lai. He tried to threaten and hold Lai Suhan back. If you agree to stay and talk reasonably with me and perform the surgery for my father, then I won't pursue this matter any further. But if you leave, you can forget about achieving anything in Shanghai for the rest of your life. Lai Suhan was not only unafraid, but also seemed annoyed. I have already said I won't do it, and that's final. Whatever you say to me is useless. Even if I can't do anything, it doesn't matter at all. Just as he mentioned Principal Miao, Gu Feng appeared right on cue. He quickly reported, Principal Miao, you're here. She absolutely refuses to perform surgery for my father. Please handle this. Seeing Lin Ke, Gu Feng unexpectedly asked, Director Lin, you're here already? Then Gu Feng cleared his throat a few times and nodded in agreement with Lai Suhan. I understand the situation now. Xiao Qiao's surgical skills are solid. She's a disciple of Director Lai. There should be no issue with her technique, so let her perform the surgery for your father. He puzzledly asked again, Principal Miao, what do you mean? Are you suggesting that an inexperienced doctor should perform surgery on my father? Gu Feng explained, it is primarily according to the hospital's regulations. The level of this surgery does not actually require Director Lai to be involved. He added, and today is her day off. As a principal, it's also not convenient for me to make things difficult for her. He still refused to give in and threatened the principal. Principal Miao, let me tell you, my cousin is an insider in your system. She even mentioned that she would visit my father tonight. If she asked about this matter, I hope you can provide a clear explanation. Lin Ke, who had been silent until now, also felt indignant and raised his voice. That you shouldn't have the surgery here anymore. Help them transfer to another hospital. The cardiothoracic department is always crowded and has no free time to deal with people looking for trouble like this. Chao Xin and a few nurses stood by watching the spectacle, laughing and saying, Brother Lin is angry now. There's something entertaining to watch. He pointed directly at Lin Ke, shouting, Who do you think you are to meddle in the hospital's affairs? Get out of the way. Unable to endure any longer, Lin Ke kicked out, striking the troublemaker in the stomach, causing him to scream, Ah! He collapsed, hitting his head against the wall. Nevertheless, he was still undeterred and continued to cause a scene. How dare you hit someone? Is there even any law? Lin Ke ignored him and turned to Lai Suhan, saying, Let's go. Lai Suhan replied, Yes. Gu Feng chased after them, trying to smooth things over. Director Lin, please don't be angry. There's no need to be upset over something so trivial. Lin Ke responded nonchalantly, It's fine, we will be leaving now. The troublemaker still couldn't swallow his anger and yelled, Principal Miao, I hope you give me a reasonable explanation. Otherwise, you will have to face the consequences. Miao Gufeng no longer bothered to compromise with him and sent him off. Mr. Lai, your father was just admitted to the hospital yesterday. Consider the medical fees waived by me. You should contact the hospital and transfer him. He asked in confusion, what are you talking about? Suddenly, Lai Ju, the troublemaker's sister, arrived. Seeing a family member, he excitedly called out, Sister, you're here. The man rushed to Lai Ju and accused something happened. Miao Gufeng forced us to transfer hospitals and even found someone to beat my brother. Mrs. Lai crossed her arms and approached them. Looking at Principal Miao with displeasure, she began, Miao Gufeng, what do you mean by this? That person is my uncle? How can you say to beat my brother? What are you thinking? Faced with this situation, the principal could only sigh helplessly and explain. Li Ju, you can't blame me for this. He paused to take a breath and continued. The one who hit him was manager Lin Ke, and it has nothing to do with me. As soon as she heard that name, she seemed shocked, her face full of fear, completely different from before. She asked in a raised voice, what did you say? It's Mr. Lin's doing. Miao Gufeng calmly recounted the whole story. That's right, he just came to find Director Lai. He happened to encounter your brother causing trouble, which is why the two sides had a conflict. Principal Miao detailed everything without missing a beat and added, he even demanded to transfer your uncle to another hospital, forbidding surgery at Huashan Hospital anymore. Before he could finish, Lei Ju slapped her beloved younger brother hard across the face. There was no sisterly love left. She continuously criticized him. Do you even realize you've picked a fight with the wrong person? Being transferred is already merciful. Get lost. He shrank back, trembling, and after a long while left the hospital and returned home. After everything was over, Lin Ke carefully put on his slippers and asked, like Suhan, when do you plan to renovate the house I bought for you? She quickly turned her head to reply, living alone in such a big house is a bit extravagant. Why don't you sell it? It would bring you some money. Both walked to the living room. Suhan sat on the sofa looking at him. Lin Ke smiled and teased, if you are so worried about money, then I won't buy it for you. Then he sat down right next to her, affectionately wrapped his arm around her shoulder and advised, take some time to call the decorating company. Once the house is fixed, you won't have to squeeze in here anymore. Hearing her boyfriend say this, Like Suhan smiled with her eyes narrowed, agreeing with him. Next year, I will call the decorating company right away. Lin Ke comfortably lay on the beautiful girl's lap, very satisfied. From this angle, he could see how captivating her soul was. He gently reminded her, the money I transferred to you, just take it and renovate. No need to save. Suhan was surprised, but she immediately refused. I don't need your money. I'm not with you because of money. Lin Ke took her slender hand, gently caressing his face, resolutely said, if you said you want to be with me, then don't mention money again. Just take it if I offer it to you. A week later, at the Jai family's villa, Song Jia Yu was playing video games in the living room, turning to ask Madame Ji, when will you be back? She quickly replied, someone just called to say they'll be home soon. Just wait a few more minutes. Just as she mentioned her, she arrived. Jia King Ren approached Jia Yu from behind, curious. Who are you waiting for? That girl exclaimed like a child, sister, are you back? She dropped everything in her hands and rushed to hug King Ren, cheering. I've been waiting for you for so long. Oh my gosh, I've missed you so much. Jia King Ren pinched her younger sister's cheek. Now you're different, the manager of a whole company. You sent me 10 messages but only replied to 3. How dare you still talk to me? Song Jia Yu defensively explained, haven't I been busy lately? You can't hold that against me. The little girl pulled her sister to the chair and chatted nonstop. Anyway, I've been messaging you lately, but it took ages for you to reply. Is it because you're talking to your boyfriend that you forgot about me? I'm really sad. However, King Ren had already figured out this routine and exposed her sister's diversionary tactic. All right, stop pretending. Your tricks don't work on me. Song Jia Yu brought a bag of snacks next to King Ren and excitedly shared her story. Hey sister, I have something I want to talk to you about. She wondered, what is it? Is it about work? Jia Yu began discussing her development plans. I want to expand the company's online business in Zhanhai. You've been in business for many years. Surely you have many connections that could help me, right? Seeing her sister's enthusiasm, King Ren reminded her, you should address the financial issues first. But Song Jia Yu calmly replied, there's nothing to worry about. I've already sorted out the financial problem. Someone is investing $30 million in us. Hearing such a large amount, she was stunned. $30 million? Did someone remind you? How did you convince them to invest that much? Song Jia Yu revealed a hint of her charm and vaguely said, I relied on my looks for that and these 2 thighs as well. She gently stroked her legs and proudly said, I'm not selling my body. I just thought about this. Next time I meet him, I will wear a bodycon dress with tights. I will make him unable to resist. King Ren was left speechless, conceding, "You're really beyond saving. Is this the method you resorted to?" Jie quickly changed the subject. "I heard your brother-in-law is also very handsome, right? But he definitely can't be as handsome as the brother who invested in you." At that moment, the large door of the Jai family opened, and Lin Ke walked in greeting, "You're here." Jie exclaimed, "Ah, the brother who invested in me is here." King Ren clearly heard this and in disbelief asked, "What did you say? He is the one investing in you." But Jie paid no attention to her sister's shocked expression and enthusiastically greeted Lin Ke. "Why is Mr. Lin here? Are you here to give New Year gifts?" King Ren's mother also chimed in happily. "Why would you bring gifts if you're just here for a meal?" King Ren's mother smiled and said, "You don't need to do that next time." Lin Ke brought out the gifts and replied, "I didn't buy much." Jie curiously asked, "Do you two know each other?" The mother interjected, "What are you saying? Didn't we just mention the brother-in-law? It's him." Jie was incredibly astonished by what her mother just said, brother-in-law. At this moment, King Ren approached and shouted, "Lin Ke, come with me for a moment." He asked in confusion, "What's going on? Why are you frowning during the new year?" She asked Lin Ke, "Did you invest $30 million in Jie?" He replied, "That's right. It's her fitness project. To put it bluntly, it's a real business. It's a money-burning job with a capital turnover of 30 million, and it couldn't withstand it in less than 2 months. That in itself is not much." King Ren was angry and said to Jie, "But Jie didn't say that. She said you liked her legs, which is why you invested 30 million. Lin Ke stepped forward and hugged her to comfort her. "Just with those tiny legs, that's definitely not my type. That's 108,000 miles away from me. If we confront her once, we will know right away." She looked at her sister and said, "Let's not confront her. After all, she is your sister." Jie forced a smile. "Ha ha, sis, brother-in-law, it's just a misunderstanding." Jie explained, "I really didn't know Mr. Lin was my brother-in-law." After saying that, King Ren pretended to scold. "This girl, if I had known, you would definitely ask for $300 million. Jie hit the nail on the head and turned her head to look elsewhere, saying, "Mainly, I'm really curious. We haven't talked in detail, and you didn't know I was your brother-in-law's wife. Why did you invest 30 million in me?" He answered, "It's not that I didn't see it, but I didn't see it clearly." King Ren turned to ask, "You can't see clearly, yet you're still investing." He said, "Isn't that the essence of venture capital? If you truly see the value of a project, that you probably won't make much money. Even if you do make money, there will be countless people competing to invest, and you may not get a chance. To put it bluntly, venture capital is essentially a gamble based on luck." Jie asked him, "Aren't you afraid of losing?" Lin Ke replied, "Just 30 million. What is there to be afraid of? It's not even enough to buy one of your cars." Upon hearing this, Jie became excited. She walked over to him and cheerfully said, "Brother-in-law, I'll buy you a drink later. Please tell me some stories from the investment world." At that moment, King Ren's mother came over and said, "Stop talking, let's eat." Jie replied, and Lin Ke walked to the dining table. Suddenly, his phone rang. The voice on the other end said, "Hello. May I ask if this is Mr. Lin Ke? I am the manager of Huaxinga International. We have a package that needs you to come and pick it up." After hearing this, Lin Ke responded, "Okay, I got it." Then he thought to himself, previously when traveling abroad, Qin Ying Yu said she wanted to buy some gifts for Lai Xuhan and Wang Ying. She probably wants me to go pick up the package. The next day, Huaxia International's manager Lin Ke went to the reception desk and said, "Hello, I would like to collect a package sent from abroad. Where can I pick it up?" The receptionist asked, "What is your name? I will check for you." He replied, "Lin Ke." This made the receptionist slightly startled. She picked up the intercom and said, "The person has arrived." As soon as she finished speaking, several security guards came over, each taking one side. He asked in confusion, "What's going on?" One security guard replied, "You know the answer. Follow us for a moment." In the interrogation room, there were 2 people in front of him, a man and a woman. The man spoke up and asked, "Speak up. Being honest will earn you leniency. Resisting will result in strict punishment. Don't make us say much." Lin Ke responded, "I just came to collect a package. I don't understand what is happening." The woman brought out a stuffed bear and asked, "Is this the item you sent?" He replied, "No, what I sent were gemstone jewelry, not this." The woman continued to ask, "You said you sent gemstone jewelry?" Lin Ke recounted, "My mother bought some diamond jewelry in Dubai and sent it to me, not this." Behind a teddy bear, there was a lock, and the man opened it. He continued to interrogate, "You said diamond jewelry. Is this what you mean?" As he spoke, he pulled out a black box from inside. Lin Ke saw the box and immediately confirmed, "Yes, that's it." He jumped up, pointed at him, and shouted, "But you sent it through a teddy bear. Do you know what that means?" He replied, "I know." Then he took out his phone and said, "But wait a moment, let me call and check."